What's up, everybody? Got the 10-minute subscribing limit on there. Sorry. Man, y'all be not talking because y'all ain't subscribed. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I just want to get on. Told myself, well, I'm a little drunk right now, so I might as well get on. I guess that's probably not the best plan, but I don't know. Just want to talk some aliens and stuff. That's why I'm here. My name's Johnny Llama. Um, I'll tell you right now, I've been balls deep in some. You can't see me? Can you not see me? Hold on a second. People can hear me, but you can't see me. 1 second. All right. Thank you so much. Tell me how that is. How's that doing? Yeah, I thought I was actually deleted off Rumble or something. I couldn't figure out my password to get on this thing. I haven't been on a while. But if you don't know me, Johnny Llama, I want to talk some UFOs. And you see the headline there. AI is getting a little better. It made that headline for me, even though it's super clickbaity. But I don't really have a structure for this one. I just wanted to get on and talk, man. I asked AI earlier. I said, "What's going on in the world today as far as weird conspiracies, weird science, UFO news, stuff like this, UAPs? What's been happening for the last month and a half since the beginning of 2025?" And it gave me some stuff, so we're going to go through it. And some of it's pretty crazy. I never heard of this stuff before. So we'll go down the list here. And yeah, and then that'll be a just quick on and off, man. So anyway, let me catch my breath. Shit, had to get up for a second, and now I'm out of breath. I will say, since I love this stuff. Like, I love the history of the stuff. I'm really interested in now is like the old scriptures and kind of like Genesis. The podcast that I'm working on now is about Genesis, like in the Bible, more specifically the giants, which were referred to as the Nephilim in the Hebrew text in the Old Testament. And in the book of Genesis, even in the New King James Version, it specifically says there were giants on the earth. Go grab your Bible, look in the first, I think it's Genesis, maybe chapter 20 or something. It says that there were giants on this earth. And the stuff I've been into lately is a lot of Zachariah Sitchin. If you guys know who that is, he was a researcher who really dived into the Sumerian culture. Really brief here about the whole thing. And I've talked about this before, but when the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, And even in the 50s, when some more scrolls were found and some more tablets, there were ones in that collection that had been collected that were older than all of the rest. Now we're talking about 5,000 years ago. These tablets predate any biblical text out there. And it's specifically, and it's the Sumerian, it's in Sumerian. And it took a while for scientists to actually translate it. But when they did, they realized that it was, like I said, it predated any scripture. It was an account of gods, deities, from what they're called the Anunnaki. And the Anunnaki came down from a planet called Nibiru. Now this is real stuff. Like, the tablets are preserved. You can see them yourself. Most of them are broken, but only fractions of sentences are broken. And since it outdates even the Egyptian religions and their deities too, like Marduk and Ra. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but it talks about how these ETs, extraterrestrials, came down from their planet Nibiru on a mission. Their mission was to mine gold, like gold that we have here on Earth. The reason for that is because, and it says this in the text, they had screwed up their atmosphere, most likely through global warming, from what Sitchin is saying. And they were going to mine gold and then spread the gold particulates in the atmosphere. Now think about it. So we know the greenhouse effect, and it's basically the ozone layer gets a hole in it and the sun can just burn us all to death, right? What better way to block that and to kind of put a shielding over that than pure gold? I mean, and now this is text that predates any religious text at all. Anyway, it's crazy, man, and it is it is insane. Anyway, I've been into that like crazy. The only thing about it is most people, especially nowadays, more nowadays than ever, are getting more religious. All right, I'm seeing it everywhere. Everyone's into God. Everyone's into the Bible, even though they don't actually read it. They just praise God, and whatever the preacher says kind of goes, right? Because if they did read the Bible, if they read the Genesis, they would realize how many inconsistencies it has in it, which is a lot. Anyway, the only problem with this Sumerian religion and the Anunnaki coming down is there's no actual God to worship. So it can't actually be a religion. It is more of a telling of what happened. The gods came down and they needed to mine gold. They tried it, but they realized that it was too labor intensive. So what did they do? They had a scientist. And so if you watch Ancient Aliens, this is like the pictures on the cave walls that are drawn like men in helmets, space helmets. That's what they are. It's exactly what they are. Anyway, they had a scientist, a geneticist and this is in the text, who had the idea to take a primate, an ape or whatever, and we've never found the direct linkage between monkey and man. That, even though everyone believes in evolution, there's no direct linkage between a monkey and man. Like, I mean, there's Homo sapiens, there's Neanderthals, but there's no direct link there. There's never been found. So they took these apes and they basically injected their own DNA inside of the apes and created a sub Anunnaki species that was conscious, but only enough so to be slaves. We were a slave race, which also explains why we are as humans so obsessed with gold. There, if you go on Prime, or Amazon Prime Video, there are probably at least 30 shows on there about hunting gold. Right. Anyway, I'm just talking, man. I've been on that shit for a little bit. He did a lot of research to it, and a lot of the stuff he talks about is like really dry, but if you get through it, it's actually really interesting. But whatever. Let's talk about what's going on here. We're talking about UAPs in this episode. If you watch Skinwalker Ranch, if you like that show, definitely tune into it, because it's the first time you'll actually see how human interaction and putting out a massive amount of energy in some certain spots around the world, like Skinwalker Ranch in the Utah mountains, doing something with a lot of energy can produce a UAP appearance. And these things are all around the world. And on February 4th, 2025, Falcon 9 rocket launch, Cape Canaveral, that was SpaceX, triggered widespread UAP reports coming across the East Coast. Witnesses in Delaware, South Carolina, Virginia, describing a glowing trail of unusual odors. If you watch Skinwalker Ranch, please do. Like that show it's not fake. It has an astrophysicist on it, Travis. I don't know his last name. What's his last name, Nicole? Dr. Travis Taylor. This guy is one of the smartest guys I've ever seen on TV. Anyway, he launches rockets, like, hobbyist rockets. And every time he does, or when they launch drones in this energy zone, a UAP appears in the sky. An orb, a white orb, a glowing orb, something appears. The GPSs go haywire. There's stuff happening to the electronics. And it's just a lot of weird stuff. And that's where the skinwalkers come in, because it's always been a weird site, a weird energy zone. They think a meteor had landed there at one point. Anyway, watching the show, you'll realize the more energy they put out when someone puts out, like launching a rocket or whatever, more UAP appear. And I think it's very interesting that this... on February 4th, when the SpaceX launched theirs, the same thing's happening. So UAPs, and they look the same from what the show says. And it says 15 witnesses, at least here. 15 reports come in. You see here. This is from the Delaware Online. No, you didn't see a UFO or meteor on Tuesday night. What flew past Delaware on February 4th? This right here, as you can see, is the object seen. Oh, wait. Actually, I misspoke. This is the rocket here that was launched. But it says the American Meteor Society received 17 reports of a fireball seen over these states at around 6:20. So there was a mild burnt smell in the air. And let's watch this little video if it comes in. Shit's gone haywire on me. So let me make sure. So I'm doing this news as I'm reading it for the first time. I haven't read it previous. So let me make sure that that's not to. It says it was the rocket launch, but this AI machine here is telling me that it wasn't. So let me go back here. It says the site claims it was the rocket, but I don't know. It says the incident mirrors a September 2024 encounter where a U.S. Air Force pilot reported a football-sized cylindrical object passing 10 feet beneath his wings. 10 feet beneath his wing at 20,000 feet over California. Radar data suggested the object later reappeared 60 miles away with 40 seconds, a speed exceeding Mach 2. Let's check this one out. And this one's from NDTV. Says an experienced U.S. Air Force pilot had a brush with an unknown classified aerial phenomenon over California last September. 20,000 feet in the air, he spotted a mysterious object, dark gray and cylindrical shape, no bigger than a football, zipping dangerously close beneath his wings. Here's oh, maybe there's a video here. Oh, come on. Hold on a second, y'all. Damn, come on now. Give me this damn video here. Internet's freezing up or some shit. Damn it. Hold on, I gotta go back. It just cut out. Damn, you see that shit? Holy shit. Damn. Holy fuck. Look at that thing, man. It looks like a bullet. Oh my God. How crazy is that shit? Holy tits, man. So it's interesting. I'm reading this book now. It's called Imminent, and it's about this. Oh, approximately 1 minute later. Check this out. Sorry, I'm not getting any sound, but it says they're picking it up now, 60 miles away. Crazy, man. That was a good one. Yeah, it's weird. It's like a capsule or something. I mean, I don't know, man. It's so strange what it is. Anyway, I'm reading this book called Imminent, and the guy who wrote it is legit. He's the guy that was in charge of releasing the UAP documents, the Tic Tac encounters and everything. And he talks about the whole process, and he's legit. anyway, he makes a good point that I never heard before with these Tic Tacs. All of these sightings of these football cylindrical objects, they all have no obvious propulsion system. They're not emitting any flames or any jets or anything like that. They can stop on a dime, go supersonic speeds, move up and down any direction they want. They can follow closely any object, but they're always seen around water. So they're always seen near the ocean. So this guy was suggesting that perhaps, let's say they are ETs. Let's say this is a UAP, a UFO with an ET, some kind of sentient life that is doing this or controlling this from some other planet or whatever. Let's say that's the case. If that's the case, these things are mostly seen by water. Are they using the water as some sort of fusion device? Do they have some sort of water fusion device that actually helps them create energy? And that's kind of interesting. And is that why they're always seen by the water and in the ocean? Are they like gassing up there? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the point of the book is he's trying to get these things, he's trying to get the public behind it, and not because of let's tell everyone that UFOs and aliens are real, which he does say that, but he's trying to do it for safety reasons. If you just watch that video, how close was that capsule-like thing to that pilot? That was literally right on his wing. I mean, would that have exploded his jet? Now, I've seen, and he talked about other ones in the book where there would be orbs of light that go through the pilot and go through the jet. So I don't know. I mean, is this some kind of weird energy phenomena, something that we can't explain? You know, because if you think about it, if I take well, there's some famous quote from some scientist. It says something like unknown technology or technology not known yet is nothing but magic. So let's say I go back 1,000 years with cavemen, and I take I take a lamp with me, a solar powered lamp. They're going to think that's magic, and they'll most likely think I'm working with the devil or something. But we know, I mean, you could buy that shit anywhere, Walmart, whatever. I mean, solar powered, that's easy. We understand that. But back then, that's magic. So is this something that we can't explain yet, that we haven't figured out yet? And to us, it's magic, but in 1,000 years or even 100 years, it's just like, well, we were stupid to think that shit was magic. Anyway, let's move on. Got a couple more here. The Pentagon's 2024 UAP report acknowledged 1,652 total sightings. This is since the turn of the new year, but attributed most to prosaic causes like Starlink satellites and birds, though 440 cases remain unsolved. Turkey Gaziantep airport halted flights on February 18th. Let's check this out. Contact is definitely happening before 2027. Oh my God, that is a crazy headline there. So these people are shutting down airports, canceling flights because of sightings. And they don't have a photo of it, but it says that this UFO traveling near the airport at an altitude of 10,000 feet. And the reports came out that it was just a hobbyist drone at 10,000 fucking feet. Okay. Yeah. They don't get that fucking high. All right. One commenter shared that, quote, I swear I saw this at San Francisco airport a few weeks ago. I saw an oddly bright object pass over the hills from the direction of the ocean, going east towards the north side of the airport and just hover there. They added, I was on the highway, so I couldn't get a good look at it, but I wonder what the hell that was. I also saw an object from Oakland to San Francisco in about 5 to 10 seconds. That's about 5 to 10 miles in that period of time with no red or green lights, just blue colored spear. So they're saying that this post is saying that there's contact going to be happening in 2027. We're seeing more and more UAPs every day, it seems like, on this. I mean, and it's coming out, I'm telling you. But, what is that contact? Because that would have to rewrite our physics, because at this point we have this universal speed limit, and that's the speed of light. These things are traveling faster than the speed of light in most cases to at least visit Earth. If they're coming from anywhere that's a habitable planet, they have to be traveling faster than the speed of light, or they've been here for a long time and they're using some sort of technology that we can't even fathom. Most likely, the guy that I was reading this book from said that there's no way it could be any foreign entity doing this. I mean, unless, because if they had a jump in technology like that, there's no way they can contain that, right? I mean, they would have to have so many people working on that, it would get out that there's this new technology. And this technology is so far advanced over what we have and what everyone else has, it can't be a foreign nation, in my opinion, anyway. All right. Let's see. UFO tourism thrives. Utah Skinwalker Ranch in Chile's Atacama Desert attract thousands of extraterrestrial encounters. Thousands seeking extraterrestrial encounters. Man, too bad there wasn't one in Charleston. I'm telling you right now, that'd be cool. But here's some of the, this is like all the hot spots, I guess, right here. California, China, Colorado. Oh, the Rendlesham Forest. I did an episode on that on my Alien podcast. See, this is crazy right here. This is the Atacama Desert. I mean, that's nuts, man. It looks like one of those cartoons that kids watch these days. It's like like a SpongeBob. You think they used to like draw cartoons like that? China, Mexico, little alien. Oh man, that's perfect. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. I'm about to get off here. I had this whole thing going on, but man, I'm getting tired. I ain't gonna lie. Let's I think I might finish this tomorrow, get more into it tomorrow. I just want to get on here. I want to start doing this like every night, kind of just relax a little bit, But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, so I'll see y'all tomorrow if I'm on here, and then yeah, if not, thanks for being here.